The gates of hell aren't just staying open, they're about to be completely torn off their hinges. If you thought the Season 2 finale left you breathless, wait until you hear what Vivian Medrano just dropped in her latest explosive interview. We are talking about a total shift in power, a deep dive into the most mysterious family in the Helliverse, and the official word on a crossover that fans have been begging for since the very first pilot dropped. This isn't just about another 8 episodes. This is about the complete transformation of everything we know. The countdown to Season 3 has officially begun, and trust me, the details Vivipop just leaked will change the way you see your favorite demons forever. Forget everything you think you know about the hierarchy of hell, because Season 3 is coming to shatter the status quo. Vivian Medrano recently sat down to unpack the future of the Helliverse, and the biggest takeaway is that Season 3 is the point of no return for the series. Viv described this upcoming chapter as Revelations, confirming that it's the most concrete storyline she's ever written, the one she's been waiting to tell since the very beginning. While Season 2 belonged to the slick media mogul Vox, Season 3 is shifting its dark spotlight onto the most dangerous member of the V's, Valentino. We saw him at the end of Season 2, draped in that ominous new purple outfit, and Viv has confirmed he isn't just a secondary threat anymore. He is stepping up as a serious, heavy-hitting villain who is going to orchestrate events far more sinister than anything we've seen him. Due to Angel Dust, speaking of Angel, he and Husk are taking center stage in what's being described as the heaviest, most emotionally driven arc yet. We're going to see Husk finally realize the true depth of the trauma Angel has endured, leading to a hero's journey that is twisted, raw, and full of the redemption themes that make this show so powerful. But the V's aren't the only ones shaking things up. The theme of Season 3 is family, and that means we are finally, officially, getting the Morningstar backstory we've been starving for. Lilith is confirmed to have a major presence, and her return is going to open the door to long-awaited answers about why she left, her relationship with Lucifer, and how her absence has defined Charlie's entire mission. This isn't just lore building, it's a total redefine of the power structure in the Pride Ring. And for everyone wondering if the Helliverse is finally going to merge, the answer is a resounding yes. Viv confirmed that the universes of Hazbin Hotel and Heleva Boss are going to start merging more openly. While the legal hurdles between A24 and independent production have been tricky, the plan is to have characters interact and for the world to feel like one unified, chaotic playground. We might even see the 7 deadly sins, including Lucifer, crossing over into Heleva Boss territory if things go as planned. Production-wise, the news is just as thrilling. Voice recording for Season 3 is already wrapped, and since Seasons 3 and 4 were greenlit together, the wait for the 4th season is going to be significantly shorter. We're likely looking at a release window in late 2026 or early 2027, following a similar pattern to the previous wait times. But with the animation quality being elevated to a whole new level, over on the Heleva Boss side, things are moving even faster. Season 3 is already in production, and there are reports that it might be split into 2 parts to keep the content flowing. We're even expecting a massive trailer drop at LVL Up Expo this April, which could reveal the first official footage of what's next. Viv also dropped a chilling hint that there might be death in both shows, so no one is safe. The stakes have never been higher, the reveals have never been more personal, and the world of the Helliverse is about to get a whole lot bigger, and a whole lot bloodier. The intensity isn't just ramping up, it's reaching a breaking point that will leave the entire Helliverse fractured. Vivian Medrano has hinted that the upcoming narrative for Season 3 is designed to bridge the gap between the internal struggles of the Hazbin Hotel and the external chaos of the broader rings of hell, creating a sense of scale we haven't seen since the pilot. One of the most shocking revelations from the interview involves the expanded role of the Seraphim and the High Heavens. We've spent so much time looking down into the pits, but Vivipop confirmed that Sarah and Emily's conflict over Sir Pentius's redemption is going to be the catalyst for a celestial civil war. This isn't just about one snake demon getting his wings. It's about the fundamental laws of the universe being rewritten. The ripple effect of Pentius appearing in heaven is going to force the high-ranking angels to choose sides, and this tension is going to bleed directly into Charlie's mission. We are going to see Charlie forced into a position where she isn't just a mediator, but a leader who has to defend her people against an even more aggressive heavenly counterstrike led by Loot. With Adam gone, Loot is a loose cannon, fueled by a vengeance that makes the previous exterminations look like a warm-up. This season is set to explore the gray areas of morality, proving that the line between a sinner and a saint is thinner than anyone realized. The emotional weight of this is going to hit Veggie the hardest. As she grapples with her past as an exorcist while trying to protect the new life she's built with Charlie. But while the heavens are shaken, the foundations of the Pride Ring are rotting from the inside. Vivipop spent a significant amount of time discussing the scenes and how their influence is going to become much more palpable in the main Hazbin storyline. We aren't just talking about cameos. We're talking about the 7 deadly sins actually taking an interest in the hotel's success or failure. Lucifer's role is expanding from a supportive father to a king who has to reclaim his throne from the usurpers, who think they can run hell better than him. This leads us directly into the mystery of Eve. The fan theories have been swirling for years, but the interview heavily implied that the root of all evil is more than just a legend. If Eve is indeed the overarching shadow lurking behind the scenes, her introduction in season 3 or 4 would be the ultimate game changer. Imagine a force that even Lucifer is afraid of, a presence that predates the V's and even the current hierarchy. This is the kind of high-stakes storytelling that Viv is aiming for. She mentioned that the tone of the upcoming episodes will lean more into the gothic horror elements of the world, while maintaining the musical heart that fans love. The songs are being described as grittier and more character-driven, with a massive duet planned between Alastor and a mystery character that many believe is his former rival or even his sole contract holder. Speaking of Alastor, the radio demon is about to find himself in the most vulnerable position we've ever seen him. His deal is the ticking time bomb of the series. And season 3 is where we finally start to see the cracks in his permanent grin. Vivipop teased that Alastor's leash is being pulled tighter than ever, and his desperation to break free might lead him to betray the very hotel he helped build. This creates a terrifying dynamic where the hotel's greatest protector could become its most dangerous insider threat. At the same time, the relationship between Blitzik and Stolas in Helova Boss is mirroring this theme of broken contracts and heavy costs. The crossover potential here is massive because both shows are currently exploring the idea of freedom at a price, whether it's trying to escape his shadow or Blitz trying to escape his self-destructive patterns. The two shows are converging on a single point of emotional climax. Viv confirmed that the production team is working tirelessly to ensure that the lore remains consistent across both platforms, meaning a small detail dropped in a Heleva Boss short could have massive implications for the Hazbin Hotel finale. The world building is becoming so dense that fans are encouraged to rewatch the older episodes because the seeds for season 3 were planted years ago. The scale of what's coming is truly unprecedented for an independent turn major production. We are looking at more guest stars, more intricate animation sequences, and a plot that finally dares to answer the big questions. Who owns a... Where is Lilith really hiding? And can a soul truly be redeemed if the system itself is rigged? Vivipop's vision is clear. She wants to take the audience on a journey that is as heartbreaking as it is hilarious. The wait might feel long, but with the confirmation that season 4 is already being storyboarded alongside season 3, the momentum is never going to stop. The Helliverse is expanding into a true cinematic universe where every demon has a secret and every secret has a price. As we head into the next chapter, the question isn't just about who will survive, but who will be left to rule the ashes of the old world once the new one rises. The season of revelations is almost here, and it's going to be a hell of a ride. The internal power struggle within the V's is about to reach a boiling point that will leave the Pride Ring in absolute shambles. And Vivian Medrano has hinted that this is where the real villainy of season 3 resides. While Vox was the face of the conflict in season 2, the shift toward Valentino and Velvet is going to expose the rotting core of their empire. Vivipop mentioned that Velvet isn't just the backbone of the V's. She is the architect of a new kind of social warfare in hell that even Alastor doesn't quite understand. We are going to see how her influence over the younger generation of sinners creates a massive cultural divide, making Charlie's message of redemption feel outdated to the masses. This is a psychological hurdle the hotel hasn't faced yet, being irrelevant. Meanwhile, Valentino's obsession with angel dust is crossing a line that even the other V's are starting to question. The interview suggested that Valentino's downward spiral into a possessive rage will lead to a direct physical confrontation at the hotel, breaking the unspoken rule of neutral ground. This isn't just about a boss and an employee anymore. It's a full-scale assault on the sanctuary Charlie has built. The tension is so thick you could cut it with a Carmen-crafted blade. And the fallout is expected to result in at least one major character's permanent status change. Viv was very careful with her words here, but the implication is clear. The safety nets are gone. On the other side of the coin, The heavenly side of the story is getting a massive injection of lore regarding the elders. We've seen the seraphim, but the interview teased the existence of an even higher council that even Sira answers to. This expands the Helliverse into a true cosmic scale. The mystery of why Emily is so different from the other angels will be explored, leading to theories that she might be the key to a third path that isn't just heaven or hell. Vivi Pop's plan for Hazbin Season 3 involves a lot of world hopping, where we see the ripple effects of Charlie's actions in places we've never visited before, including the other rings of hell that were previously exclusive to Hell of a Boss. The crossover isn't just a gimmick. It's a structural necessity for the story to progress. We're hearing rumors of a Grand Center Assembly where the overlords have to decide if they stand with the princess or if they'd rather keep their souls under their own control. This puts characters like Carmilla, Carmine, and Zestiel in a precarious position. Do they protect their business interests, or do they risk it all for a chance at something better? The political maneuvering this season is being described as Game of Thrones in hell, and the stakes are just as lethal. The production updates also shed light on the musical direction, which is taking a turn for the theatrical and the grand. With the voice cast already having recorded their lines, the animators are now tasked with bringing some of the most complex visual metaphors to life. Viv mentioned a dream sequence or a hallucination episode that will explore the inner psyche of a character we usually see as stoic. Many fans are betting this is Alastor, or perhaps even Lucifer, showing us the weight of immortality and the regret of the fall. This deep emotional diving is what sets Season 3 apart. It's not just about the monster of the week or a new flashy villain. It's about the scars that don't heal. The crossover updates further confirm that Blitzo's journey of self-improvement in Hell of a Boss is mirroring the redemption themes in Hazbin, creating a beautiful, tragic parallel between the two shows. Even if they don't share every scene, their destinies are being woven together by the same threads of fate. Vivi Pop emphasized that the Helliverse is a living, breathing entity, and by the time we reach the end of Season 3, the landscape of hell will be unrecognizable. The hierarchy is crumbling, the secrets are leaking, and the Morningstar legacy is about to face its ultimate test. As we look toward the future of Season 4 and beyond, the roadmap is more solid than ever. The fact that the studio is working on both seasons simultaneously means the narrative flow will be seamless, avoiding the reboot feel that some shows suffer from between seasons. This is one continuous, epic tragedy comedy that is heading toward a climax that Vivi Pop has had planned since she first drew Charlie in her sketchbook. The spoilers we've gathered suggest a massive betrayal from someone within the hotel's inner circle, not out of malice, but out of fear. This internal rot is what Viv describes as the hardest thing for Charlie to overcome. It's easy to fight an angel with a spear, but how do you fight the doubt of your best friends? The Season 3 news has effectively set the stage for a total meltdown of the status quo, and the wait for the first teaser trailer is becoming unbearable. With the LVL Up Expo on the horizon, we are just weeks away from seeing these words turned into reality. The fire is rising, and in the Helliverse, no one gets out without a few burns. The final piece of the puzzle for Season 3 lies in the shadows of the past, specifically the forbidden history of the Garden of Eden and how it ties directly into the modern-day conflict of the Helliverse. Vivian Medrano hinted that we are finally going to see the fallout of the first human souls. And it's not the story we were told in the Season 1 opening. There is a darker truth behind why Lucifer was truly cast down, and it involves a secret agreement between the High Seraphim and the original humans that Charlie is completely unaware of. This revelation is set to be the emotional anchor of the third season, forcing Charlie to realize that her father's rebellion wasn't just about pride. It was about a desperate attempt to stop a cosmic imbalance that is only now coming to fruition. Vivi Pop's plan for Hazbin Season 3 is to strip away the fairy tale layers of the Morningstar family and show the raw, gritty reality of being royalty in a kingdom built on cosmic mistakes. This means we are getting more than just flashbacks. We are getting a present-day reckoning where the root of evil starts to manifest in the hotel itself. Fans have speculated that the strange black vines or shadows seen in Alastor's broadcast are connected to this ancient force. And the interview all but confirmed that the radio demon's power comes from a source that even the other overlords find unnatural and revolting. The crossover updates take an even more intense turn when we look at the role of the Arzig. While Stolas has been the primary focus in Heleva Boss, Vivi Pop teased that the Godia family's ancient pacts with the Morningstars will play a massive role in the political landscape of Hazbin Hotel Season 3. We might see Octavia, or even the terrifying Payman making an appearance. to discuss the stability of the Pride Ring. This is where the two shows truly collide, not just through cameos, but through the shared consequences of their actions. If the Godia lose their status in Haliva Boss, it creates a power vacuum that the V's and Hazbin are more than happy to fill. This interconnected web of storytelling is what makes the Helliverse feel so expansive and dangerous. Viv mentioned that the vibe of the new episodes is claustrophobic, as the characters realize they are being boxed in by enemies on all sides, even from above, the V's from within.